Hello, welcome to another Grim Darkness Battle Report. Today we're playing the Emperor's Will, no card missions because I don't have cards as Orks and I just want to run at things. So yeah, we're using Orks against Space Wolves. There are only two objectives each. Two objectives in total, one objective per person. One for the Space Wolves and one for the Orks. The Space Wolf one is on this edge of the board. And the Ork one is all the way over here. And is there. So we'll be back in a minute with the full army lists and then we'll see how the battle itself goes. For the Ork army, I'm using the Ork warband formation. So we have a unit of 20 slugger boys. There is a boss knob. We have unit of 10 grots with the runt herd. There are 3 mega knobs there. And with them is a pain boy, because I have a Ork warband with a CAD, so the pain boy's from the CAD. Then we have another unit of 20 boys. There's a boss knob. We have 3 killer cans, and just sitting behind them is a mech. We have another unit, it's this one here, of 20 boys. They've got shooters. The war boss is inside. He's got a power claw, heavy armor, and a boss pole. And there is also a boss knob in that unit. We have 2 squads of truck boys, both with a boss knob who have power claws. The trucks have reinforced rams. We have 4 bikes, sadly unpainted, I apologise. One of them has a boss knob and he's got a power claw. 10 more grots, 10 more grots, and finally, all the way over here is another unit of truck boys with a boss knob and he has power claw. And the truck's got reinforced rams. Alright then, so that is the Sea of Orks. There are a lot of them. So we'll come back with the Space Wolf army now.
Alrighty, over here I've got 6 Grey Hunters with a pack leader with a Wolf Claw and a Combi Flamer. There's a Flamer in there. In this Rhino I've got a pack of 6 Grey Hunters with a melter gun and a pack leader with a combi melter and a power fist. Same in this one. Then I've got a Razorback here with twin assault cannons, which is the dedicated transport of these long fangs, which are 5 missile launchers. And down here I've got Sky Claws, I've got 2 flamers, combi flamer and a wolf claw. And then in reserve I've got a Storm Wolf with 9 blood claws, a Terminator pack leader and Crom Dragon Gaze.
Alright, the Space Wolves took turn 1, the Orks deciding they didn't want to seize the initiative. So the war vehicles moved up, as did the Sky Claws, and then basically they just all opened fire on this squad here. We managed to lose 7 Ork boys, and that's the end of the turn. So now it's time for Ork turn 1, where they're all going to run straight forward. Alright, see you at the end of Ork turn 1. End of Ork turn 1. A lot of movement, but not a lot of anything else. So the truck that was here is now there, moved and turbo boosted. Same with the bikes, same with the other trucks, they've all moved up. The grots have moved up, and so this squad of boys. The only shooting that was done by the 3 killer cans, which managed to take a whole point off that rhino. Everything else basically moved forward and ran, bar the mega knobs because they can't run, and that's it. So not a lot happened at all in either turn 1, and we'll see next turn is going to get messy. So we'll see how many people die in the next turn. So moving on to Space Wolf turn 2. Alright then, end of Space Wolf turn 2. So a bit of shuffling happened here, nothing major. The Storm Wolf came on. Lots of things died, unfortunately, on the Ork side. So there were 2 trucks here. There are no longer 2 trucks. 2 boys remain of that squad, and 7 running away boys. No, 6, sorry. Boys remain of that squad. We also lost a couple of boys here, and we lost 9 boys over here. So if I move over to the dead pile, it's all of these boys. So 7 turn 1, and the rest were all turn 2. Both those trucks. So lots of dead We'll see if I've got enough to chop them up in Ork Turn 2. So moving on to Ork Turn 2. Okay guys, end of Ork Turn 2. Managed to get some charges off. As expected, everything just moved up the board. Some things are moving pretty slowly, but other guys managed to run, we did some running and then charging. This rhino here was charged and popped. This rhino here was charged and popped. The bikes came over, they shot at the squad of Skyclaws, killed the flamer guy there, but that meant I couldn't charge them. Obviously, as you can see, all the marines, well, barring this one and this one, are out. So we'll see, I imagine they're all going to get out next turn. And we'll see what happens in Space Wolf turn 3. End of Space Wolf turn 3, and a lot more orcs are dead. The Storm Wolf came over here, killed 2 Mega Knobs. The combined fire, or well, the assault cannon there, sorry, killed some of this squad, and then the mob rule killed a few more. This squad here was shot at by these guys here. These, I believe they're Grey Hunters, and these Blood Claws. This squad here opened fire and killed a lot of them. They've again killed one of them with the mob rule. These two squads here, the Sky Claws and the Blood Claws here, I'll move around, managed to kill a couple of the bikes and make that one biker run away, and manage to kill a few orcs here. So they've all got out of their boxes now, bar the squad that's in the Storm Wolf, but a lot of dead orcs. So we'll see what happens going into Ork Turn 3. Okay, end of Ork Turn 3, and managed to get some charges off this time, but it's still not looking great for the greenskins. So this guy's Meganog moved up, the Killer Cans moved up, there's one underneath the Stormwolf, and they managed to shoot, the Killer Cans managed to shoot and blow up the Rhino there. The Grots moved up, doing nothing, because they're Grots. The remains of the squad that was here charged the Razorback and killed it, which is quite good. The squad here, what they did was they moved up, ran, assaulted, because my warband means I can every turn, and killed a squad of, they were Blood Claws. The Warbike is still running away. The War Truck shot and did nothing. Those guys have moved up and since done nothing else. See those three there. In combat, the squad that was around here charged these Grey Hunters and died. And then the squad that started around here charged these Blood Claws and died. So not a lot of death for the Orcs, a bit of death for the Space Wolves. We killed about 9 Space Wolves now. Doesn't sound great, but they don't have very many men to start with. And now we'll see what happens in Space Wolf turn 4. Okay, end of Space Wolf turn 4, and we're gonna call it there. So the end of the game, the Stormwolf went into hover mode, and the Crom and his squad, his retinue, got out. Their Blood Claws. They charged and killed the Killer Cans after the Stormwolf managed to shoot and kill one. The Storm with its split fire, by the way. The rest of the guns on the Stormwolf killed the Meganob that was there, or well, it killed the Pain Boy, and then the missiles from the squad here managed to kill the Meganob. The squad here moved around and killed the 2 Orcs that were there. The Sky Claws that were here, they assaulted the Warboss and his squad of Shooter Boys. The pack leader challenged the Warboss and killed him because he struck first with Lightning Claw, and the rest of the boys were mopped up by that squad. And that's about it, but we're calling it there because I've got 30 Grots, 4 boys, a truck, and 1 running away biker, which isn't enough to keep fighting the amount of Space Wolves that we've got. So what we'll do is we'll calculate all the points, and then we'll get back to you. Okay, the end of game points are 5 to the Space Wolves and 3 to the Orcs. Even though all the Orcs died, these 10 Grots stayed unharmed, back on their objective. Obviously, if the game had continued, Space Wolf would probably come and grab that, but they were winning anyway. They also got Slay the Warlord because the Warboss is dead, and First Blood because they blew up one truck, and the Space Wolves have this objective. So it is 5-3 to the Space Wolves. Very good game. Thanks.